It is my great pleasure to speak at Korea Ful-Night. I also like to express my gratitude to the director and also for her leadership that has inspired many in our community. Today, I'd like to talk about K-pop. Yes, thank you. So, thanks to the generous research funding from the South Korean government and also San Diego State University, I'm truly humbled that I wrote my first book in the United States as a Fulbright scholar that is titled K-pop Dance. And as the first book on this topic, the book became Amazon new release bestseller. I'm also happy to offer the first K-pop dance theory and practice courses in the United States. And again, I wouldn't be able to achieve all those things without the generous support from especially San Diego State University that has been covered by more than 50 global media. These are some of the photos of guest artists and also K-pop idols who visited my class as guests. And also, again, thanks to Director J.J. Hwang, my SDSU student from K-pop Dance 383 also got a chance to perform at the Padres last week, and I'm pretty sure the DM is here, who is working for the Padres event team. And we were all so excited to celebrate the 7 years of alliance between South Korea and United States. So when my students present K-pop, what they do is called cover dance. So basically, they cover the original K-pop music video choreography, sometimes including fashion, makeup, and even lip sync. In many cases, I'm the only Korean in my K-pop courses. So you might wonder what drove all these diverse group of students to K-pop. I studied classical ballet training when I was 7, and on left I'm wearing, it was actually Chuseok, Korean Thanksgiving. I'm wearing a hanbok that my grandmother handmade. And I soon turned into a professional dancer and performed a couple countries until I pursued my PhD. And looking back, I actually wanted to be like my mother, whose photo is on the right, who used to be also a professional singer and dancer. Working with K-pop cover dancers and university students over 5 years, I think that's the same desire that motivated me as a scholar and also an artist. I imitated my mom so that I could become like her. And I think when students start performing K-pop cover dance, they are actually not imitating K-pop idols. I think they are in their journey of finding who they are until they become a star they used to love. So the music video is coming from BTS member V. So in this video, we hangs out with who seem like a university student who are in their 20s who have diverse cultural background. In the lyrics, it says that you went from my home too, it was nice to know you, and it breaks my heart. Now I'm in California, I'm still waiting for ya. After the woman's voice, V responds, saying that I wish I could stay with you, turning into sort of his star status as one of the biggest K-pop stars. In another interview that I found also a couple days ago is that V is talking about Billboard. And what he says is that Billboard is sort of foreign and unfamiliar music venue, although they have received a lot of awards. And he also shared an experience meeting American rapper Drake. And V says that Drake spoke something in English and V didn't understand. And he was like, it was RM's job. What it means is that RM is the BTS leader and he usually translates English to Korean. So if you compare the interview made for Korean audience and also the music video, it seems like the music video fosters an illusion as if BTS V is in California and maybe he has time to hang out with young people in the United States. But maybe in reality, in fact, he's in South Korea and I'm afraid he maybe wouldn't have time to hang out with young people. In the same interview, he also said that he had enough sleep on that day, which is 5 hours, because normally he could have 1 hour or less. In the United States, I think K-pop is in between reality and fantasy. Students watch a lot of K-pop idols video. However, in many cases, they barely get a chance to attend a concert or meet the K-pop idols in reality. Interestingly enough, K-pop is also a symbol of youth activism in the United States, often associated with LGBTQ or ASEAN, Pacific Islander, American communities. So perhaps the more young people marginalized or feeling marginalized, the more imaginary space or a sanctuary they need. And that space is not to escape from reality, but to return to reality with better resilience and hope. K-pop has been neglected in academia for a long time because it is a popular music and it is also dance from Korea. The biggest challenge I've encountered as an academic is that K-pop is not the canon. Let's say it is not Western classical dance or music. But I think whenever I have sort of my own downtime, my students' happy smile and also their enthusiastic passion for K-pop has been a refuge for me. So I think maybe my class has a refuge for my students, but I would say the opposite. Many of my students are non-dance majors. When they got a chance to perform at the Padres, they were so excited. They were almost over the moon. And sometimes they even practiced until late evening. Because as non-dance majors, most of the space that has been allowed to them has been mostly parking lot or the street. I was born in Taiwan when my parents was pursuing their PhD, and we came back to South Korea when he got a faculty job. When I was in college, my father asked me to find a song, and he gave me an old dusty CD. Because 20 years ago, downloading music just became accessible. But I knew what the song is. He was looking for a Chinese song that I can still remember, and that was the song that was always played when we were in Taiwan. Yesterday, preparing this talk, I played a song that I really liked in college. So that's my father humming the song. I found the photo from my laptop. So when I played the song that I liked in college, it brought me all the memories. And I could even recall the specific smell of the air when the song was first released. But my nostalgia wasn't actually about the song. It was about myself, a freshman who was so desperate to find who I am, so she would try anything. As the first tenured Korean professor in dance theory, I think I've done pretty good job as an academic. But last night, I sort of started missing my 20s when I was far less perfect, but had a far big dream. And I think now I understand why my father was always humming the same song. K-pop fandom is for everyone, but K-pop industry is not. It is built in a systematic prodigy education to turn globally talented trainees to world-class performing artists. The average age of debut is 16, and less than 0.1% trainees get a chance to debut. So no matter how passionate my students are, in fact, there isn't maybe much chance for them to actually working in K-pop industry. So having said that, maybe after a few decades, K-pop may be nothing but a trendy song they liked in college. But I believe that this ephemeral encounter can carry a much longer and sustainable impact on their life. Because I believe that our students are going through the most precious time in their time, a time when the uncertainty of their future allow them to open their minds to all possibilities and differences in the world. The youth doesn't last, but the memories of youth can. And I'm happy that K-pop is adding a chapter to their youth that is as precious as imperfect. Thank you.